This is the Freego X2 Pro electric dirt bike, and the first thing that hit me was how much it looks and feels like a small moto, not a typical e-bike. The frame is high-strength steel, the stance is tall, and the seat is lower and thicker than older X2 setups, which helps with comfort. Weight is no joke. It's over 100 pounds, so I treated it like a light motorcycle from day one. From my experience, setup matters. The box arrived scuffed, the manual didn't help much, and a few bolts weren't fully snug. I went over everything with basic tools, added a touch of thread locker on key hardware, and checked spoke tension. That pre-ride inspection saved me headaches later. I'd do the same if I were you. Key features that stand out to me are the 60-volt 30-amp-hour, 1800-watt removable battery, the rear hub motor rated 3,000-watt nominal with 6,000 watts peak, the 4-piston hydraulic brakes with 203mm rotors, and the dual-mode controller. City mode caps speed at 28 miles per hour with tame output. Off-road mode lets it stretch its legs. The M5 display shows speed, battery, and trip info, and you get a half-twist throttle, LED headlight and taillight, and 19 by 2-inch knobby tires. The Pro trims the drivetrain to a simple single speed on my unit, and it adds a magnetic pedal assist sensor, so the motor kicks in when you start pedaling. Quick explainer if you're new. A hub motor sits inside the rear wheel, so all that mass is unsprung, which can affect how the suspension handles fast bumps. Hydraulic brakes use fluid pressure to clamp the rotors, giving you stronger, more controlled stopping. On the road and on dirt, the throttle is snappy. Tap it, and it leaps. The claimed 0 to 30 kilometers per hour in about 2 seconds feels believable. In off-road mode, I consistently saw top speeds in the mid-40s mph on flat ground with my weight and gear. Tucked in on a slight downhill, I've touched a bit higher. I never saw a clean 52 mph on level pavement, but acceleration up to the 40s is quick enough to put a grin on my face. Hill climbs are where the torque shows. It pulls up grades that would stall typical commuter e-bikes, and it does it without sounding strained. Braking is strong. The 4-piston setup with big rotors feels closer to small motorcycle brakes than bicycle brakes. Lever feel is progressive, and heat fade wasn't an issue for me on long descents. The suspension is firm but forgiving for rough roads, gravel, and mild single track. I could carry speed over washboard and roots without getting rattled. Just know this isn't a jumper's bike. The heavy hub at the back makes the rear end feel planted, but not playful. If you like to pop off everything, this rear heavy balance will remind you what's hanging off that wheel. The seat update is real. Thicker foam and a little lower makes it friendlier over longer rides. I like the new grips too. They stay tacky when hands get sweaty, and the half-twist throttle is easy to modulate. The display is clear in daylight. I wish I could dim it more at night. On my unit, the brightness felt fixed. The proximity key system feels premium when you power it on. The lights are bright enough to be seen and to see your line on slow to moderate speeds after dark. Let's talk battery and range. On paper, 1,800 watt-hours is big. In my opinion, the real-world range depends heavily on how you ride. On flat mixed terrain, cruising 25 to 35 miles per hour with some stops, I averaged around 20 to 25 miles per charge. On hilly routes or aggressive throttle use, I've had rides drop to 12 to 15 miles. Baby it in city mode, stick to smoother paths, and you can stretch it. Off-road mode at high speed drains it fast. Charging took me 8 to 10 hours with the included fan-cooled charger when I was close to empty. The battery is removable, which is handy for apartment charging, but it's heavy, so I carry with both hands. One tip for newcomers, don't rely only on the battery bars. Voltage readouts tell the truth about remaining capacity. The bars can be jumpy under load. Pedaling is there for legality and slow speed maneuvering. With the magnetic sensor, the motor wakes up as soon as you start turning the cranks, which is nice in traffic or on gravel climbs. But with the weight and the gearing, you're not pedaling this like a road bike. I use the pedals to help on starts, to stay compliant in city mode, and as foot props when I'm coasting. Tall riders will find the crank position a bit tight for real pedaling workouts. Durability has been mixed for me. I've had flats early on with the 19x2 tires, especially the rear. Slime or a tire liner helps, and checking pressure before each ride is crucial. I had a charger go flaky once. It would cut out before full. Support answered me through Amazon messages, but it took days, not hours. Replacement arrived, and it's been fine since. I also had an intermittent controller error that killed power mid-ride. Reseating connectors and cleaning contacts solved it. For rain and mud, I added light sealing around the battery door and kept the contacts clean and dry. No issues after that. I do regular bolt checks, especially on the kickstand, brake adapters, and axle nuts. and I retension spokes after the first few rides. That's standard moto-adjacent maintenance, but it's more work than a casual e-bike. From my experience, this machine rewards riders who treat it like a small electric motorcycle that happens to have pedals. It's fast, fun, and a blast on dirt roads, fire trails, and short-haul urban hops. It's not a daily commuter for long distances unless your route is short and you can charge at your destination. It's not a jump bike, and it's not for folks who want zero maintenance. The payback is raw acceleration and a solid suspension package that eats bad pavement and gravel. It's perfect for riders who crave power and want to hit mixed terrain without the size and noise of a gas dirt bike. If you've got private land, a local OHV area that allows e-bikes, or a network of farm roads, this feels right at home. Check your local rules on speed limits and what counts as an e-bike, because city mode tops at 28 miles per hour and keeps output tame, while off-road mode is beyond typical Class 3 limits. In my opinion, the biggest strengths are the motor grunt, the upgraded brakes, and the comfort tweaks on the Pro. The biggest trade-offs are weight, realistic range at high speed, and the extra care you need to keep everything tight and dialed. I've seen people get flawless units and ride hundreds of hard miles. I've also seen folks chase gremlins like I did with the Charger and that one controller hiccup. If you're not willing to wrench a little, budget a shop visit or look for a platform with a lighter motor and longer verified range. I'd recommend this for experienced riders who want motorcycle-style acceleration in an e-bike form factor, for tinkerers who don't mind bolt checks and small fixes, and for anyone who values torque and stopping power over featherweight handling. If your priority is long-range commuting or technical trail jumping, a mid-drive bike with lighter wheels will feel more balanced and efficient. In conclusion, the Freego X2 Pro delivers a thrilling ride with serious torque, confident braking, and real off-pavement chops. The dual-mode setup makes it versatile, and the comfort updates are meaningful. Just keep your expectations honest about range at speed, be ready to maintain it like a small moto, and give it a thorough check before you rip. If that sounds like your style, this can be a ton of fun. If this video helped, subscribe to the channel and drop your questions or your own experiences in the comments. Thank you for watching.